It is officially day 6 of our 30 days with King Solomon walkthrough. You're here today for Manna Minutes. Thank you for joining us. And pleasure to have you with us today. So, there we go. All right. Now I got it rolling. I feel like I'm getting the hang of this thing. I mean, this Switcher Studio thing, well, there's some irony for you. This Switcher Studio thing, I feel like I'm kind of getting the hang of it. It is very useful, very helpful for working with the live feed. But today we actually have our first product sponsorship. That's right. We actually have a product that we can endorse here on the program today, and I cannot wait to share this one with you. I know people say, this is a product that I would use myself. I have actually been excited to see a product like this released for some time. So I'm going to show you a little clip here. I hope that you take a look at it. And I hope that you may find it useful or necessary the way that I found it useful. All right, here we go. This is our product endorsement. First time for Manna Minutes.
Are you a chronic oversnoozer? Try Shred and Snooze. Attach your device and set the alarm. To snooze, insert bill. When you're out of money, you're out of snooze. Shred and Snooze. Cheaper than getting fired.
Well, there you go. You're ready to see the TikTok? How's that? Look at old Shred and Snooze. For all those people who, you know what? I should probably do this. I should probably read the verse, because you're looking at that and you're thinking to yourself, what in the world is going on with the Manna Minutes? Let's read our verse for today. The verse for today says, a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come upon you like a robber, and want like an armed man. Proverbs 6:10 and 11. Yeah, so, are you with me now? Yes! See? Shred and Snooze, endorsed by your local Bible. Okay, wow, that is really going a little far. Okay, so see, here's the line. Sometimes I cross it. I get it, right? No, just having a little bit of fun with you. But this one is for real. This one is legit. Like that verse I read you is really in the Bible, right? Get up. Solomon even says it this way in the verse before. He says, "Go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider its ways and be wise." Man, harsh language, isn't it? And sometimes, to be honest with you, harsh language is necessary. I don't know, maybe not for you. It is for me. Like, sometimes one of the best things I can do for me is like get in the mirror and be like, dude, seriously, what are you doing? And like have a good strong talk with myself, right? But yeah, getting up in the morning is a real struggle. And this whole thing is going to point to just diligence, just being diligent about the ways in which we live our lives. And Solomon is going to start off early in the morning, right? And I know you don't like getting up. I get it. I mean, the idea for the Shred and Snooze, actually, because people say, where do you come up with all these crazy ideas? Okay, seriously, I've struggled many times. Now, sometimes it's because I work nights and work days and my schedule flip-flops back and forth. And sometimes it just don't want to get up in the morning, right? And so I thought to myself, oversleeping, has it ever cost you anything to oversleep? See, getting up in the morning on time, that's free of charge, right? It actually even pays. Remember, the old timers used to have that saying, early to bed, early to rise, makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. The old timers also used to say that sloth, laziness, was one of the 7 deadly sins, and there wasn't much worse that you could be than lazy. But in struggling with that, I've thought to myself, it costs you. It costs you opportunities. It costs you money. And here would be the thing, right? If in order to hit the snooze button, if you had to prepay, like what it was going to cost you out of your day. If you had to prepay, you probably wouldn't hit the snooze button. And I thought about that. Man, somebody said, hey, yeah, you can sleep in. It's going to cost you 25 bucks. And that's where the idea for the shred and snooze came from. That's been on my mind for years. Obviously, still hasn't made it to market yet. But thinking about this verse today, in the book of Proverbs, talking about this diligence, and then I want to go one more, just in case we haven't nailed this point yet, right? In Proverbs chapter 6, verse 1, he says, "My son, if you have put up security for your neighbor, if you have shaken hands in pledge for a stranger." Okay, basically he's saying you made a bad deal. You co-signed for somebody's loan you shouldn't have. He says, you have been trapped by what you said, ensnared by the words of your mouth. Okay, so he's expecting, right? Us to be diligent about what we pledge to, about our words, to be intentional in how we live our lives. He says, "So do this, my son, to free yourself, since you have fallen into your neighbor's hands. Go to the point of exhaustion and give your neighbor no rest. Allow no sleep to your eyes, no slumber to your eyelids. Free yourself like a gazelle from the hand of the hunter, like a bird from the snare of the fowler." You know what? There's something to be said about being the aggressive go-getter. And I think that there is a whole lot to that. Jesus is going to tell a story in the New Testament about a man who some travelers came to visit him, right? And he didn't have any bread to set before him. And so he goes to his friend's house and he knocks on the door. He's like, "I need some bread." He's like, "Go away." He's like, "I need some bread." He's like, "Dude, I've already shut the house down. We're already in bed." He's not, "I need some bread. Some people have come. I really need to borrow this bread." And the moral of the story is this, that he said, because he was his friend, he wouldn't do it for him. But because he was an annoyance, he did it. So my question to you today is, how bad do you want it? Morning devotionals, are they worth it? Is it worth it to get up an extra 5 minutes? Is it worth it to go to bed an extra 15 minutes so you can get up that extra 5 minutes? What about a morning exercise routine? Is it worth it to you? There's a little bit of a cost. You got to give up some sleep. And so here's the thing, right? It all starts the night before. At least it does for me. For me, it starts the night before. Okay? You develop a strong nighttime routine, and it's going to improve your mornings. And I just want to say that to help you out in fulfilling this Bible passage. Remember, these are Proverbs, good principles for helping to guide our lives. There's going to be more in chapter 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You get the picture, right? And we're going to be looking at those tomorrow and in future days, good Lord willing, when you join us here for Man of Minutes. Until then, please remember to be good, have fun, and do it in that order. And I will look forward to seeing you, Lord willing, tomorrow. All right, thanks. Have a blessed night.